Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and this new in at ZARA edition. Now I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with ZARA probably for about the last year. I love their designs, I think it's very on trend, I think it's very affordable, but I was getting a little bit sick of the polyester content. So I scoured their website and found a really beautiful rail of clothes that I'm looking forward to sharing with you today that are all made from either natural fibres or viscose and no polyester. So in this haul and try on, I would say I found 5 really beautiful outfits and 2 possible disasters, which I'll explain in a minute. So let me start with the shirt that I'm wearing, because I think it's a really pretty shirt for this spring-summer 2020. Now hopefully you can see in this imagery, but it's got a very fine blue stripe running all the way through it. The fabric is quite fine, but not so fine that I feel conscious wearing a black bra like I have done underneath. I love the cut of the shirt. It's quite oversized. It's coming down to about the hip length. So there's enough fabric there to do a tuck in and then an up and over. I love this drop seam over the chest, and then this frill section starts about midway down, just giving a bit of interest to this section without feeling too overpowering. You could easily smarten this up and wear it for work, but equally you could dress it down with a pair of jeans like I have, which I think works really nicely too. My favorite thing about this shirt is the sleeves. So it is coming to a 3/4 length, and then the cuff section here is buttoned. So it's giving it a lovely bell shape that just falls over your forearm here. It's a very pretty blouse, but what I really like is that you've got those subtle nods with the shoulders and the frill details towards those huge trends for this spring-summer 20. I wish I'd seen this one before I went away, because it would have been perfect for that springtime heat that we had in Mexico. If you've not seen that video actually that I posted on Wednesday this week, I'll pop a link in the description so you can watch that one afterwards. So anyway, this one is made from 100% cotton. It's also fully lined across the front and the back section, which is brilliant because the cotton is quite fine and it would make it a little bit tricky being quite see-through. I love this dress. I think it's beautiful. This for me would be a perfect dress for spring, but also for summer. It's got that lovely midi length. It's got a really nice shape to it that's very floaty as you walk. It's going to feel really breathable, not only because of the fabric content, but also because of that nice wide shape. I cinched it up like this with a brown belt and then just hitched it up and over from the seam here, just to make eyeline wise it look a bit more in line. I do really like it worn with a belt, but I equally like it loose, so I think it just gives you a couple of different options. You've equally got options with the sleeves as well. You could wear those down. It's a really, really pretty dress, and I think for me the key with this one is that it's actually prettier in real life than it looks on their website, which is always nice. It feels like a bonus when it's even nicer in person. So next up, I found another beautiful shirt from the new arrivals at ZARA. I absolutely love this. This has just got my name written all over it. It is obviously quite a Bohemian type style, but that is one of the huge trends that we're seeing for spring summer 20. But the clever thing I think they've done with this one is follow the Bohemian trend, but they've managed to do it in a really elegant, grown-up fashion. So first things first, the main fabric here across the chest is like a Swiss dot thin cotton fabric. Again, a bit like the dress, not so thin that it feels too see-through, just enough to feel light for summer, but you can get away with a darker bra under there if you chose. But the really nice thing is that drop seam straight through the center of the chest here with that double layer of frills running through it. And they've just got this beautiful embroidery all the way across the scalloped hem. The length is really nice as well. Again, you can easily tuck that in. You know, sometimes when you get a shirt that's just that tiny bit too short to tuck into your trousers and you constantly feel like you're showing your midriff or your love handles in my case, which is never a nice look. Now I did go for that in my usual size, and I would say perfect fit, don't need to go smaller or any bigger, and it retails at $25.99, so really reasonable as well. So another lovely shirt from the new collection at ZARA that does tick an awful lot of boxes for me. You might have noticed recently that I've been buying quite a few pairs of flares. I got that really lovely light version from Suzanne. Got some dark grey ones from Levi's. I've got a slight flare shape to some Anine Bing ones. So I thought I would try out Zara's version, and I found these on their website in this lovely shade of blue. So first things first, I went for them in a UK 10 or a 38, which is my usual size, and I would say it is a very good fit. If anything, I would say you could possibly size down, as there is a fair amount of elastin in there. Not too much, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I just think if you want them skin tight, possibly size down. Price wise, these were $25.99. Again, I think everything's $25.99. There is a downside to this pair of jeans, unfortunately, and they're just too long. I have put them with my highest pair of boots that I've got, and I still feel like I need to take another inch off the length there. It's not a big deal. Even if you have to take 2 or 3 inches off there, you're not going to lose that flare shape because it starts from the knee. I think the way that it skims over the hips is very flattering, and I love the way that it tapers down on the leg. Flares aren't always easy to get right, and having tried on an awful lot of flared jeans recently, hunting for the perfect pair, I would say this one from Zara is a really great option. Then I went for this very transitional piece that they describe as a striped cotton t-shirt. Now this was another happy surprise really, because it's actually a lot thicker than it looks in the pictures on their website. So it actually feels more like a thin jumper rather than t-shirt material, which is actually really nice because we're not quite in the weather yet, as much as I'd like us to be wearing all the summer dresses. The cut and the design of it is actually making it fit really nicely. I like the fact that you've got this drop seam here over the shoulder, and it's quite a boxy shape, so it's not too tight anywhere. Now in this footage you can see that when it's left out, it's relatively long if you wanted to wear it like that. I would more than likely style it most of the time, either tucked into trousers, a skirt, or a pair of jeans. Again, it is made from 100% cotton, which then feels really nice against my skin, and it retails at just $17.99, so really affordable as well. So although it's quite a basic piece, it's definitely the sort of thing I would say would go in my spring-summer capsule wardrobe, because these sort of things can just be priceless. You can mix and match them in so many different ways, and I think everybody can pretty much pull off a nice pair of jeans and a striped top. I think it's one of those looks that always manages to make you look chic and elevated throughout spring summer. So after trying on all those beautiful items and being really excited about the new collection at Zara, things then took a turn for the worst, and I got to this dress. Now the method to my madness was, on the website, the model wearing this dress was wearing it with nothing underneath, and I thought, perfect, on the beach throughout summer, it's very on trend, it looks great with nothing underneath. I'm pretty flat chested, I can get away with wearing no bra and just having that lovely cross at the back there. The reality is slightly different, because this panel across the chest here is nowhere near wide enough to cover both of your boobs at the same time. Something was going to pop out, which wouldn't have been a good look. Anytime you moved, that's just going to show everything. So secondly, I tried putting a t-shirt underneath. I mean, it kind of works. It means you can actually wear the dress, but I don't think it looked hugely flattering. So I hate giving up, and I figured one more thing I'm going to try. Put the white shirt, which I think is really pretty, underneath the dress. It's all very prairie kind of theme. It will go with it. And I looked like this. My husband came in at that moment when I was just filming the dress for you to see, and his response was this.
What is that? What is that? Are you going fancy dress somewhere?
You don't like it then? So after losing the plot and laughing at myself in the mirror about how I looked in this dress, I figured I would have to admit defeat and say that this one is probably not going to work for me. Do let me know in the comments section what you thought to this dress. Are you with my husband on this one and think, what on earth are you wearing, Jessica? Or like me, can you see a spark there somewhere with this dress? Can you see what I'm on about, that I like it, I just haven't quite figured out how to style it yet? It would be lovely to hear your thoughts on that. So on to the second thing that unfortunately went wrong from the Zara order, and that was this pair of smart looking trousers. Now they actually call these the jogger trousers. Well, I'm not sure why, because the fabric feels very smart. It looks and feels like absolutely the sort of thing you could wear to work. In fact, if you look on the website, the pictures of the model look the kind of style of that smart casual office look. Now, although this one is blended with polyester, which I didn't spot, I'm sorry, it is made from 55% cotton. So I'm going to cling on to that element. However, the downside with these is that they come up really, really small. So I've gone with my usual size, which is a small, which should be a UK 10, and I can't even do the zip up to be able to show you on camera what they look like. Even if they were a bit tight, I would have done it, but I can't actually do them up. So I would say I definitely need to size up to a medium, but personally, I would quite like those to shimmy down onto my hips, so possibly a large even, and style them almost as a drop crotch jogger that sits really low on your hips. So I'll have to keep you updated on that one. But if, like me, you can see the potential of that pair of trousers, I would definitely say you've got to size up at least once to make them work. Hopefully you enjoyed this Zara haul, and I've given you lots of inspiration of all the new arrivals in store and online. It'd be really lovely to hear your favourite piece that I chose from the new collection at Zara. Are you with me on all those pretty blouses and that lovely white dress? And also your thoughts on the green floral dress that my husband seemingly hates. It's always good to hear from you. If you like this video, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up, and don't forget about subscribing to my channel. And also you can find me on Instagram at Fashion and Style Edit. I will be back in a couple of days with another fashion video for you, so hopefully I will see you then. Take care.